What's up, guys? We're going back on channel back next video. Today we're going to be reacting to what happened to DJ Loaf by GlodenBaby. Shout out to her. And the reason I'm doing this channel because I figured this is like, artists come and go and disappear all the time. But certain artists get really big. You think they're really gonna have a long career, and DJ Loaf was one of them for me. Like, even now, when I first saw it, I was like, I wonder what happened to her, because when she came out with "Try Me" and she had this big ass head, she seemed to just be all over the place. I really like that song she had with Jacquees. I thought it was really cool. So I thought it really interesting to find out like what happened to her. Is me. But guys, if you guys like this, give me a thumbs up, hit the subscribe button, please share the video. Make sure to leave your thoughts down below. Make sure also please to go check out the link down below, check out the recent video. Also support GlodenBaby because she's the one that did this. So please go support her and support her channel if you guys like. And make sure to follow me on my social media, on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. But let's do this.
Okay, whoa. You gotta bring that back.
It's good to have you with us.
What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the GlodenBaby channel. I hope you all are doing well during this time, but today we're going to talk about a seemingly forgotten talent in the female rap industry, and that is Dej Loaf. Dej Loaf is a very melodic rapper who hit big in 2014 with her song Try Me. Her style of rap was and is very much different than the mainstream female rappers of 2019 and 2020. That statement alone probably tells you a lot as far as why she isn't as big as some of the other female artists or why her career didn't last as long. But we're still going to dig a little deeper into her career and see what exactly happened to Dej Loaf. Dej was born and raised in Detroit, Michigan. As a small child, she resided with both her parents up until when she was 4 years old. Her father was shot and killed outside their home, leaving Dej's mother no choice but to move Dej and her two brothers to their grandmother's house. Dej Loaf has admitted that her grandmother was a drug dealer, and in one of her latest songs, she recalls being 6 years old and witnessing her grandmother deal with those substances. As a child, Dej used to always listen to music with her mom and her grandmother, and even started writing her own music at age 9.
You think that's why maybe her dad got shot? Because maybe because they knew his mother was a drug dealer, or was he involved? I did not know that. It's really sad that a lot of them used to come from sad and terrible backstories. I mean, terrible past and trauma. My dad passed away, but I could never imagine like seeing him getting shot. Like that's great. The fact that the grandmother was a drug dealer is crazy.
She also took a liking to basketball and said that everybody thought she would grow up to be a basketball player. Fast forward to her teen years, Dej graduated high school in 2009 and then went on to pursue nursing and university. But after a year and a half, Dej quit school to pursue music. In 2013, she released her first mixtape titled Just Do It that got her signed to label IBGM. A year later, in 2014, she released Try Me, a song that she was skeptical about putting out at first, but it ended up changing her life. After she uploaded the track to SoundCloud, it just took off from there. Try Me is a successful record that jump-started Dej's mainstream career. As of 2020, it's currently sitting at 93 million views on YouTube. After Try Me was released, Dej later signed to Columbia Records in October of 2014 and also released her mixtape, Sell Soul, under her first label, IBGM, that same month. She then released her first EP under Columbia in 2015 titled And See That's the Thing, which included tracks Hey There, Back Up, and Desire. Around this time, rumors started going around that she was dating Chicago rapper Lil Durk. The two of them were seen out together a lot, and she was wearing his chain around her neck, and it seemed as if the two of them confirmed their relationship with their collaboration on a song called My Beyonce. Dej and Durk quickly became relationship goals, even if they never really confirmed or denied the relationship. But this is possibly the first incident in Dej's career that may have offset her potential audience, because up until this point, Most people believe that Deja was not into men.
Yeah.
Partially because of the way she dressed, because Deja...
Yeah, when she first came out, I did too. I thought she was like a lesbian. At least I believe I heard that from somebody. Somebody may have said like thought that she was a lesbian. I thought she was too. I didn't know she even dated a dude. This is like this whole information is new to me. I never knew she dated Little Dirt. I can't believe I hate saying that name. All these goddamn littles are everywhere. But I didn't even know that, which is like interesting because I did think she was gay. Even until now, until I just read that, I still thought she was a lesbian. I mean, it's a saying, you know, where you can't judge a book by its cover, but everybody does. It's something people do, and you know, and like I said, like I liked her, but I was never looked up like into her personal life or anything, so I never even knew that, which is crazy.
Is definitely more of a tomboy, which is very stereotypical to determine someone's orientation based off of clothing. But I guess it is what it is. But it wasn't just a choice of clothing. It was also her demeanor and the way she answered certain questions. To many people, her demeanor was also a giveaway that she was into women. And whenever Deja was asked a question of her orientation, she never directly answered. She would skip around the question and only ever denied being a which no one wants to be considered as anyway.
True.
To make something look good, you have to be a designer, right?
Absolutely not. I'm not a real designer.
You know, do you think people think you are?
Yeah, I know they do, but
you know, I was trying to figure it out.
It's
to be
true
honest.
though. I'm not a or whatever. Like people keep saying that. I'm like, I'm not none of that. Hoes do love me.
Do you date girls, guys? Do you have a preference or?
Look at that hoes you love. Like, come on, like, I mean, like, yeah, you can blame it, I guess, on typical stereotypes and this and that. But sometimes the artists, like, what they do makes people think that's what they are. So I don't think all can just blame people's perspective. Because sometimes the perspective that the artist is putting out is like, oh, they're this way, or they go with this side or whatever. That's just sometimes I don't know if they're not thinking or maybe they just don't realize what they're doing.
Is it just whatever you feel like?
I don't date.
Great answer.
It also doesn't help that once news of Lil Durk and Deja Loaf possibly being a couple made the headlines, Deja's alleged ex-girlfriend spoke up about Durk and Deja only being in a PR relationship.
So, are you and Deja Loaf together or not?
Have you ever been together?
We definitely were together. I think everyone knows that, and especially everyone in the city.
Even you're
you gotta be a blind fool to not see that. You know, I was everywhere with her. I did everything with her. I mean, damn, I was in there part of her team. You know what I'm saying? When it came to everything she was doing, so you definitely knew I was with her.
Okay.
We definitely broke up.
Okay, so you broke up. So are you friends now?
We were friends until the blogs.
She tried to get you back.
Me.
She tried to get you back.
Humiliated me publicly. You know what I'm saying? And I felt like you came back and you tried to reconcile and you tried to, be my friend again. Only to do it again. Only to humiliate me publicly. Like, all it did was make it look like I was a bitter ex who was jealous over a fake relationship between her and Durk.
And that's not the case.
There's no relationship with her and Durk. If it is, that's shady because we were all in the studio not too long ago, all three of us together till 9:30 in the morning.
So, she also stated that Deja cheated on her with Deja's stylist, Kara, of which the stylist's boyfriend leaked text between the two as well, basically trying to out them or put them out the closet. Now, you may be wondering why I'm calling this an incident in her career. Well, the truth is that first and foremost, in this type of industry, you don't want to confuse your audience.
Yes.
Sure, there are plenty of people who are a part of the lesbian community who rap and sing and have successful careers in their own path. But if we're being honest, unless you are a mostly feminine woman who goes both ways and you're leaning more towards men or you're seen around more men, you are likely to be boxed into a certain demographic, and that could potentially put limits on your career.
And that's true, because you look at the female nowadays of the Nicki Minaj's, the Cardi B's, like the Megan Thee Stallions, girls with, I'm gonna be honest, I'm gonna say fat asses, you know, big breasts, hot body, and who are usually into men, or they're into both, or they're seeing, you know, looking up on women, or they're seeing ribbon on each other, like that video with Jennifer Lopez and what is her name? like they was always trying to embody, because it's the industry now. You have to play to your audience, and if your audience is mostly male, then you have to be that sexy type character. And it's the same reason why they tell like male stars to come up when they're getting famous, like to stay single, because you have a female artist, and female artists gonna love a single guy because they think they can be with that person more than if he's married or something that, because that's just the way it goes. You have to play to your audience, and that's in any industry. I mean, like in any form of entertainment, whether you're a singer, rapper, YouTuber, or news person. Like, if you're in the entertainment business, you have to play to your audience because they're the ones that are going to keep you growing. So that is true.
It's a whole concept that some people probably would need more detail to understand, but that's just another topic for another day. But once again, Dej never confirmed or denied her orientation or her alleged ex-girlfriend, but many people believe that her team and label were pushing her to be something that she's not.
Probably.
And if that's true, then what I just said holds a lot of weight. As a new artist, you don't want to confuse your potential audience, and going forward in your career, you don't want to be boxed in. But moving along from that, Dej and Dirk eventually broke up. Or maybe they were never even together. Dej posted that she was single on Instagram in late 2016, then released a mixtape with Jacquees called F a Friend Zone, which of course sparked more dating rumors between those two. However, Dej completely denounced any relationship with anyone. When asked about both Jacquees and Dirk, Dej claims to have been single for years.
Relationship. I think so. A little public relationship.
Nah.
You don't think that was a public relationship with you and
public rumors?
They always have to
somebody
keep
from
quiet
Chicago?
too.
Y'all know what I'm talking about.
Because it's how the industry is.
You can't do that.
I don't know.
But I've been single for like years.
No, you've been single for a minute. Yeah. But you took to your social media and you were like, I'm single. And then there was a response from Jacquees, which I thought was interesting, because he was like, oh, okay, you single. Now, you guys got a mixtape. Mm-hmm. And the chemistry on that mixtape is very interesting. So I want to know how that come about, you working with Jacquees and keeping it in the studio.
He's just a cool guy, man.
In early summer 2018, Dej released a song called Liberated with Leon Bridges, which is about just being yourself without fear of judgment. At this point in 2018, Dej Loaf's music was still rap, but also a little pop, with a lot of feel-good, mood-lifting tracks as well.
R&B in there.
Dej was supposed to release her first official album, also titled Liberated, in 2018, but it didn't make it out. Instead, she released an EP titled Go Dej Go under a label called Yellow World, which I assume is Dej's label. Being that Dej never released an album under Columbia Records, and that she was supposed to release Liberated but it never saw the light of day, could mean that she possibly had some conflict with the label Columbia, as many artists do. That would also impact her career. In late 2019, Dej hinted at her new official album, Cell Soul 2. She confirmed this, though, after she dropped her new single called Bubbly in February of 2020. She states that Bubbly is a true reflection of her as an artist and as a person, and is the leading single from her new album. She has also been featured on a few songs in the past couple of years by artists like Jadakiss and Tink. So there really isn't an exact answer of why Dej Loaf, I guess you could say, fell off. Another thing, though, is that she doesn't rely on her body and appeal to capture an audience. And unfortunately, in this society, if you're not willing to do that to some extent, there's only so many areas you can fit into. Also, she's not very active or consistent. She doesn't put out much music at a time, and she's not really doing anything on social media. Once again, with this society, social media is big. Being able to relate to celebrities is big. And for new artists, if you can't microwave a hit...
Hey, so just real quick, this video is for a very specific group of people. It's for people that have seen My Ugly Mug before, right?
Song in a timely manner, you risk being an afterthought. So all of those things, including the possibility of having issues with her label, as well as her audience being confused on her image, seem to have affected Dej Loaf. Still, though, her case...
Because like you said, like relatability is very important. If you can relate to your audience, to your fans, They're eventually going to leave you. The reason people become fans with become like super hardcore fans of certain people because they really feel they can relate to a person, that their music speaks to them some way. And if you can't do that, then like you're going to fall for some bitch. You may make a couple hot hits, but if you don't have like that real like connections with artists, like oh yeah, I feel just like this person, or I'm really connected to this person through their music, like you're going to fall off at some point. And like she said, that's what she said. Like she wasn't really one to show her body. And I think the most she ever did, maybe for me, was in that Jacquees video, where she was kind of like touring out, but she never really showed her body like people like Nicki Minaj or Cardi B or Megan Thee Stallion, that I can't remember the girl's name, but she never want to show her body. In this industry, that's such a big thing. Where showing your body, you have to be willing to show some skirt. I mean, real about it, guys. It's kind of a sucky thing to say, but you're gonna have to be willing to show some skirt and some skin. But she didn't do that, which I really thought would make her unique, especially in the rap game, because there's not many female artists in the rap game anyway. So the fact she was kind of came in, she wasn't really like twerking, doing this and that. I thought it was very interesting. So for me, like it's been very interesting to learn like what happened to her. And it seems like she didn't really fall off. She more just kind of just faded into the background. I wouldn't say fall off, more just faded. But let's finish the video.
Cadence and style of rap is a popular sound. Many artists have been low-key accused of jacking Dej Loaf's style.
I think as an artist, I mean, I don't go in the studio trying to sound like anyone. Like I'm already sure that before I even go. Like I hear what's going on. I hear the sound. I hear what's going on.
Sure.
I'm always trying to just create new things and set trends, and like I say, that's why even today, like that, my melodies are still being used and. Yeah, you got real life singles and platinum records of my melody. You know what I mean? So
talk your shit.
So do you ever get tempted, like say if you were in the same room with one of those people on a solo tip, would you address it?
Address it like what?
Why you steal my shit?
Exactly.
Straight up. Why
right.
You get off mine.
Just put the swagger jacket on Front Street.
I mean, like I said, I came to terms with it. Like yo,
she's like a real more peaceful person.
What I don't like about it, what I don't respect about it, is when people aren't honest about it.
Right.
You know what I mean? But that's me being humble and just not addressing it, like you said. Like I don't really, you don't hear about me just too much. Like yo, they stole my stuff.
A few years ago, A Boogie was called out by rapper Lil B for sounding too much like Dej Loaf, and in return, Lil B saw the consequences.
Hey man, A Boogie and his whole crew just jumped me in the back, man, and beat me up in the back, man. That's crazy, man.
Really?
Hey, but I'm gonna tell y'all like this. It's all love. I don't promote violence. I'm never with the violence. So I love them, and it's all good. You feel me? It's all good. I said something about boogie music, and they all got mad and they jumped me about that. So it's all good. I'm still here.
So maybe Dej Loaf was just a little before her time, and she couldn't keep the momentum going long enough to still be a strong artist today. But something tells me that she's not the type of artist or person that cares to be at the top of the female rap game or the top selling artist. As long as she can make the music that she likes, she gives me that kind of vibe. Because she really isn't into all the extras and the mess and the drama and the tactics. She very much so keeps to herself. But we will see what happens with this new album. But until then, make sure you drop down in the comments and let me know how you feel about Dej Loaf and her possible comeback.
Alright guys, that's the end of it. I hope you guys enjoyed. Again, shout out to GlodenBaby, great video. Please make sure to go down in the description, check out the reviews. You guys can go support her and support the channel. But it was a really sort of video because, like I said, these are low. I mean, Dej Loaf, when she came in, it was very interesting. Like I said, she wasn't being naked. She wasn't shaking her body. She had this cool, metal, nice little flow, a little bit of R&B and hip hop, and she just looked like a chill type of person. That wasn't really one who was trying to be at the top all the time, or who was using her body to get what she wanted. So I mean, and it's hard because we need more female artists like that. Because the female artists, there aren't many female rappers out there today anyway, and most of the time they're out there shaking their ass like goodbye, which I enjoy and everything. But it is nice to get some different, some variety in there. So I really think if they don't inspire that, I does hope to come back. But that's the end of the video. Again, guys, if you like, make sure to give me a thumbs up, hit the subscribe button, please share the video. Make sure to check out the links down below. I'm on my Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Make sure to check out the link, please, again, to the video so you can support GlodenBaby. Also, also make sure to let me know your thoughts down below in the comment section. And we guys will react to next. Peace.